Hi everybody, I'm Angela Glow, Chief Development Officer for the Safe Alliance. Welcome back to the Behind the Gates tours. As you know, we've had to change our Safe Together celebration event around a little bit and move it to a virtual event. And we're starting that with a few tours behind the gates at SAFE at various essential programs and introducing you to some of our frontline staff who are making sure we get to keep our doors open during this really odd time. So today we're here at the Children's Shelter. As you can see, cottages and playgrounds and basketball courts behind us. And I had Jasmine Matthews with me, who is the director of our emergency care program. You can see the cottages, and each one of these cottages is home to a different program here on campus. We have the emergency shelter, transitional living, supervised independent living, and our teen parent program for young parents and their babies. Jasmine, tell us a little bit more about some of these programs and some of what's going on here.
Yes, so this whole campus, like Angela said, has four different programs that we serve, and that culminates to a number of about 40 to 50 kids across this whole campus. We serve kids ages 0 to 22 years old, and they have experienced numerous amounts of abuse and neglect, and we've also seen a growing number of kids who've been sexually exploited and trafficking. That's an unfortunate increase that we've seen with the kids that we serve. And so they all live here. It can be anywhere from a couple of days to a couple of weeks to all the way up to 3 years. That's the longest day kiddo that we have on this campus right now. So they live in these different cottages, and that's where our offices are.
Great. So how do kids get to us?
Yes. So the biggest chunk of our kids come from Child Protective Services. And so they reach out to our admissions coordinator and they just say, hey, do you guys have a bed for this kid? We also can take kids that are here through Juvenile Probation Services or respite through Austin Travis County Integral Care. But CPS is the big chunk of our kids who come to live with us. We have a lot of older teens that have been in out of placement much of their lives. I have a young lady right now who has been in care for 10 years and has been in 30 different placements. So you do a lot of emotional support. You also meet those basic needs such as like food, physical exercise, and then really building those independent living skills around jobs, housing, transportation for some of the kids in our independent living type programs. A lot of my kids come and they're withdrawn, they're not trusting of adults. This might be their 10th placement this year. And so a lot of the work that staff is doing is to build that emotional rapport with kids and help them realize, hey, we're here to meet your physical needs, we're here to keep you safe, but allowing kids the chance to kind of foster that felt safety around us. We also have them attend our on-site clinic down there in our main building. We have on-site counseling and therapeutic services. Older youth sometimes might get a tour of campus to kind of just get familiar with our different programs, see what things look like. So there's a variety of different options that we can do here.
Awesome. So under normal circumstances, tell us what a typical day at the shelter looks like.
Yes. So in a typical day, everyone has gone to school. And right back here is our UT on-site charter school, and that serves grades 6 through 12. On our Grove campus, we have the K through 5th kids. So every now and then I might have 1 or 2 kids in my house that will go to Grove for school, but most of them go to school here. We also have kids who go to Garza, ACAN, maybe Goodwill GED programs, so they take advantage of a lot of different educational supports in the community. And so after school, they'll come back and we'll engage them in a lot of programming, whether that is a pickup game of basketball out here with staff, maybe it's a mom coming to the playground to play with her toddler. My kids are really into Netflix binging right now, so they're doing a lot of Vampire Diaries and Minecraft tournaments. Really just trying to make this as normal of an experience as we can, despite the fact that there's 20 adults caring for them and they live with 13 other kids in a house. We really try and do our best to make this a normal experience for them as possible. We do trips to the movies. They will go to the mall, they'll go to the park, kind of whatever things that they're interested in doing at that time. And our older kids also have the capabilities to hold down jobs and can come and go from campus as they please. And so that's a really awesome opportunity for kids to kind of have that independence and normalcy while being in foster care.
Right. So nothing is normal right now. So
Yes.
tell us, what are you doing? How are we keeping 45 kids
Yes.
busy and safe during basically a lockdown?
Yes, during lockdown. I would say that the biggest thing that we're doing is really trying to be mindful of how we as adults present during this time. These are kids that have experienced a lot of trauma, and so if I come in panicked, then they're going to feed off of that and they're going to be panicked. So really just trying to be as normal as possible. We're doing a lot of on-site engagement. We've come up with a rotation schedule to share shared spaces such as this, so there's not a lot of cross contamination. We're doing a lot of on-site programming, so craft days, puzzle events, game tournaments, a video game tournament, just really trying to do stuff in the house to keep them engaged. In my program, my kids aren't used to coming and going from campus, so it's really like nothing has changed for them. But for the older kids, it's really been a struggle because they can't just pick up and leave campus, and so they're having to really do a lot of just keeping kids engaged with games and Netflix, thank heavens for Disney Plus, and all sorts of things just to really try and keep kids settled here with what's happening.
Right. So I know we have lots of stories, lots
Yes.
of great stories. Tell us one story that really stands out to you about a kid who came through and really had their life changed.
Yes. I remember this little guy. He came here in the fall with his older brother. He was 6 years old. And he actually, ironically enough, left here on his birthday, on his 7th birthday. And he was up in Building A with me, and we were petting a dog because there's always a dog on campus. And he was petting the dog, and he was like, "Sweet doggy, did you know what my birthday wish today was going to be? That I get to go home. And now I don't have to wish for that anymore because I get to go home today." And he accidentally got 2 birthday cakes, and so he was able to have a birthday cake here with his friends and with his staff. And then he took this birthday cake home, climbed into the backseat of the car when he was going actually home with his brother and was going to be reunited with his sisters, and he was like, "Bye, staff, I'll see you guys someday." And it was just the sweetest thing to just see this little guy who felt safe here with us for a couple of months, got to leave on his birthday and actually got to go home with his family. I just thought that was a really sweet story, hearing him talk about his birthday wish was going to be going home.
Yeah, I wish we could give every kid that birthday wish.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Jasmine.
Of course.
We appreciate your time, and thank you to all of the staff who are on the front line.
Yes.
One of our greatest concerns right now is keeping our staff healthy through all of this, so that we can maintain the ratios, the adult to child ratios that we're needing to maintain. So just keep it up and keep going, and thank you all so much.
Yes,
So
thank you.
Thank you for being with us today. We'll see you again on Monday when we meet over at the Family Shelter campus. Have a great weekend. Stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.
Bye.